Hey, if there's a time to fight for your life, it's if somebody's trying to take you from point A to point B, meaning they're trying to force you into a car at knife point or at gun point, or maybe they're trying to get into your car. You've got to fight it out right then and there. Because if you're taking from point A to point B, your chances of survival go down by 90%. And you don't want that. You want to have a chance. You have more of a chance right at the very beginning. And people don't do it because they think it's going to buy them time to comply. But no, that's not really what happens. You just end up in a worse position, because if they're willing to hurt you now in whatever initial point of contact that is, imagine what they're going to do to you once they get you to a private, secluded place where people can't hear you scream, right? I'd rather fight it out right then and there, and that's what law enforcement teaches. And I just wanted to share a story. When I was a teenager, I was out in front of our apartment building where I lived. It was a very busy street. I was waiting for a friend, and a car pulls up, two creepy old white dudes, and they're like, "Hey, you want to go for a ride? Want to get in the car?" And I'm like, "No, man, I'm not even paying them attention." And then before I know it, they start getting very commanding, like, "Get in the car." And now I'm just like, "What?" And then the guy gets out of the passenger side and closes the distance between me and the building. And I knew that, I was going to have to fight this guy. And then all of a sudden I see a neighbor walk by, a guy that I knew who lived in the building. And I said, Larry, can you help me out? And he stopped. I said, this guy's bothering me. And he turned around, the guy, and goes, "What's your problem?" And the guy like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't know she was with you." And like scurried back into his car like the little rats they were, and drove off for the next victim. But I was ready to fight it out right then and there. Thank God a neighbor saved me from having to do that. But remember that lesson. Never be taken to a secondary location. I'll see you soon.